At the beginning of the story, these 5 people are trapped on the roof of a building surrounded by zombies on all sides. Suddenly, the zombies make their way onto the rooftop. One of them attacks the group, but Luther quickly shoots it dead with his gun. Then even more zombies break through the rooftop door and rush in to kill them. Fortunately, the group is carrying plenty of deadly weapons. Using them, they start taking down every zombie coming their way. But their problems are far from over. The zombies smash through another gate on the building and attack from a different direction. Alice spots them just in time. She opens fire and kills every zombie charging toward them. Now, all 5 of them fight their way forward together while taking down zombies. Alice tells everyone to head toward the bathroom downstairs because there is a tunnel-like passage there. It is the only way they can escape the building alive. The group gets into an elevator to go down, but the controls are not working. They shut the elevator gate while Alice stays behind to cover them from the zombies. Alice then throws a bomb onto the top of the elevator. The moment it explodes, the elevator begins dropping rapidly downward. When it reaches the bottom, it crashes directly into the water below. Water starts flooding into the elevator. However, the group manages to get out just in time and heads toward the bathroom. That is where the tunnel is located, and it is their only escape route. Back on the roof, Alice ties a rope around herself and starts shooting every zombie she sees, but there are simply too many of them. Alice knows she cannot kill them all, so she starts running. While escaping, she throws a bag into the middle of the zombie crowd. Attached to the bag is a timed bomb. A massive horde of zombies chases after her. To save herself, Alice jumps off the roof. Many zombies leap off after her. At that exact moment, the timed bomb explodes. It is the same bomb Alice hid inside the bag and threw into the crowd. The explosion wipes out every zombie that was still on the rooftop. Because Alice tied herself to a rope, she begins descending rapidly along the side of the building, but countless zombies are already waiting for her below. Alice pulls out both of her guns and starts firing at them. She keeps shooting non-stop just to stay alive. Soon, zombies surround her from every direction. Then Luther appears from behind and starts killing the zombies. While fighting her way through the horde, Alice runs toward him. She knows there is only one possible way left to survive. The problem is that there are too many zombies. They block her path completely. At that moment, Alice throws away her 2 guns and pulls out her most powerful weapon. The instant she fires, every zombie standing in her way is blown apart. The coins fired from the weapon are so powerful that they bury themselves deep into concrete walls. Finally, Alice reaches Luther. Luther quickly shuts the building's door just in time, leaving the zombies trapped outside. But there are so many of them that they could break through the door at any moment. But where did all these zombies come from? A few years earlier, deep underground, a corporation called Umbrella Corporation created an extremely dangerous zombie virus. A young girl becomes infected with it. She attacks a man who comes near her and starts eating him alive. Before long, the virus spreads everywhere. Within a short time, the entire city falls victim to the outbreak. Every person in the city turns into a zombie. Now, only a handful of humans remain alive on Earth. One of the infected girls is eventually shot and killed by a sniper working for Umbrella Corporation. The sniper then looks toward his partner, who is stationed on another building with a sniper rifle. Suddenly, an unknown creature attacks and kills both of them. After that, we are shown the headquarters of Umbrella Corporation, located deep beneath the ground. The headquarters was built deep underground so the zombies could never reach it. Meanwhile, soldiers from the Umbrella Corporation are moving out to stop an unknown threat. The captain of the corporation contacts the soldier stationed at gate number 2. Right in front of the captain's eyes, that soldier is suddenly killed by someone. The captain immediately sends all of his troops to the elevator in building number 2. Something extremely dangerous is heading their way. The soldiers line up in front of the elevator and wait for the doors to open. But suddenly, a girl drops down behind them. None of the soldiers have any idea what they are about to face. When the elevator doors finally open, there is nobody inside. Then the girl steps forward from behind them. Her name is Alice. Alice is a super soldier, and her mission is to kill the captain of the Umbrella Corporation. After all, this corporation is responsible for spreading the deadly zombie virus across the entire world. Alice throws ninja stars and kills several soldiers instantly. Before the others can react, she pulls out both of her swords and starts cutting through them. She jumps off a cardboard platform, spins through the air, and slices off the heads of 2 soldiers. Then she swings both swords again and kills 2 more soldiers charging toward her. The remaining soldiers immediately open fire on Alice. She grabs one soldier and uses him as a shield. Then she fires back and kills the 3 soldiers attacking her. Only 1 soldier remains. He continues shooting at Alice. Using the wall for support, Alice leaps into the air. While spinning, she throws her broken sword. The blade strikes the soldier in the head, killing the last remaining guard. But Alice's problems are not over yet. More soldiers arrive to kill her. Alice unleashes her special power. The force is so powerful that it destroys the entire upper floor, along with all of the soldiers standing there. Even so, the captain of the Umbrella Corporation sends even more troops after her. As Alice watches them approach, a soldier suddenly attacks her from behind and appears to kill her. The soldiers carefully check her body to make sure she is really dead. But then 3 girls who look exactly exactly like Alice, appear behind them. The truth is that Alice is a super soldier who has been cloned many times. The Alice the soldier killed was only a clone. Now they are about to face the real Alice. The captain is monitoring everything through security cameras, but Alice shoots the camera and destroys it. Panicking, the captain orders the upper building to be sealed off. One man objects and tells him not to do it. The captain immediately shoots and kills him. He knows that if the second level is not sealed, Alice and her clone allies will eventually reach him and kill him. Just as the building is being sealed, a loud disturbance is reported from Sector 2. Up above, Alice continues mowing down soldiers with an automatic weapon. Soon, more soldiers arrive in Sector 2. Alice and one of her clones take cover behind a large pillar. The soldiers begin firing non-stop at them. Alice and her clone pull out grenades and throw them directly into the middle of the enemy forces. While shooting back, the two women smash through a glass wall and jump down from apartment 2. The grenades explode, killing every soldier in Sector 2. Alice and her clone fire a hook into a wall. Using it, they descend lower and continue moving toward the captain. They do not spare any soldiers who get in their way. Meanwhile, the captain and his men also begin firing at Alice and her clone. During the gunfight, one of the bullets strikes Alice's clone, but another clone manages to reach the captain's office and starts killing all of the soldiers inside. Then the captain tricks Alice's clone and shoots her dead. When he checks her body, he discovers that she is holding 2 grenades. A moment later, the grenades explode inside the building. The blast triggers a security alert throughout the facility. The captain survives the explosion. He uses a remote control to open the door of his private aircraft and quickly boards it. As he does, the roof of the building begins opening automatically. At that moment, all of Alice's clones arrive. They immediately start firing at the captain's aircraft, but their bullets do nothing to it. The captain successfully flies the aircraft out of the building. However, he has no idea what is about to happen next. Using a remote, the captain activates a mini nuclear bomb that is set to explode in 2 minutes. When the bomb finally detonates, the entire city is caught in the blast. The captain escapes the explosion by flying away in his aircraft. The explosion is so powerful that it leaves behind a massive crater across the city. The captain believes he has survived. Then, suddenly, the real Alice appears behind him. This had been Alice's plan all along. She presses a gun against the captain's head, but the captain tricks her and injects a virus into her body using a hidden syringe. The virus immediately weakens Alice. It contains organisms designed to strip away her super soldier abilities. Now, Alice is powerless. The captain begins beating her mercilessly. Her condition quickly becomes worse. He pulls out a gun and is about to kill her. But suddenly, the aircraft dives downward and crashes into the side of a mountain peak. Both Alice and the captain are thrown through the air. The entire aircraft bursts into flames. Somehow, Alice manages to survive the explosion. 6 months later, beautiful mountains can be seen in the distance. Hidden among those mountains is a place called Arcadia. Many survivors have been living there while hiding from the zombies. Alice leaves in her aircraft to find them. She has no idea how dangerous her destination really is. Alice records everything on camera as she travels. Eventually, she lands her aircraft on an island. But this place is not Arcadia. What Alice does not know is that every human on the island has already turned into a zombie. Dozens of abandoned aircraft are scattered across the island. People manage to escape the zombies and reach the island, but they were never able to leave again. Wanting to uncover the truth, Alice heads toward the beach. Suddenly, she notices movement inside an aircraft nearby. She immediately pulls out both of her guns, but when she approaches the aircraft, only a group of bats flies out. As soon as Alice turns around, someone punches her hard in the face. A woman attacks her and tries to stab her with a knife. Alice manages to push her away. Then she delivers a powerful kick. The woman collapses unconscious. When Alice gets a closer look, she is shocked. The woman is her friend Claire. Alice had previously sent Claire toward the island in a secure helicopter. Alice notices a strange device attached to Claire's chest. Later that night, Alice discovers what happened. Claire has lost all of her memories. Because of the device, she does not even recognize Alice anymore. The next morning, Alice takes Claire onto the aircraft and heads toward Arcadia. During the flight, she explains that zombies have spread across the entire world. There is no truly safe place left. The Umbrella Corporation continues monitoring survivors through satellites. Claire cannot even remember her own name. Alice has tied Claire's hands for safety. Along the way, they fly over the city of Los Angeles. The city has been completely destroyed and burned to ruins after the virus outbreak spread across the world. When the virus spread, it eventually reached California as well. Before long, the entire city was reduced to ashes, but Alice had no idea what was waiting for them ahead. The whole city was overrun with zombies. Suddenly, a soldier spots Alice's aircraft in the sky. He immediately starts blasting a loud horn so Alice will notice them. The other survivors hear the horn and rush onto the rooftop. It turns out their building is completely surrounded by zombies. All of them have been trapped there for a long time. The zombies also notice Alice's aircraft aircraft approaching. When Alice looks down, she sees hundreds of thousands of zombies covering the streets below. She hears the horn and decides to help the survivors. Alice prepares to land on the rooftop. The people standing there realize what she is trying to do. However, Alice flies over their heads instead. The rooftop is packed with equipment and debris, leaving no room for her to land. As soon as Luther realizes the problem, he starts clearing a path on the roof for the aircraft. If the plane crashes, they are all doomed. The countless zombies surrounding the building would tear them apart instantly. By now, Alice has also untied Claire's hands. On the rooftop, the survivors secure cables to help slow down the aircraft during landing. Just as Alice attempts to land, the engine suddenly shuts down. Fortunately, she manages to bring the plane down onto the rooftop at the last second. The aircraft is still moving too fast. The survivors try to stop it using the cables, but the plane smashes through the rooftop wall and ends up hanging over the edge of the building. Below them stand hundreds of thousands of zombies. If the aircraft falls, nobody will survive. The plane is only moments away from plunging into the horde. Then Luther arrives at exactly the right moment. He leaps forward and grabs the aircraft from behind. After that, the other survivors join him and pull the plane back onto the rooftop. Alice climbs out of the aircraft and introduces herself to everyone. Luther shakes her hand. When he reaches out to shake Claire's hand, she coldly walks away without saying a word. Everyone is thrilled to see Alice. In fact, they believe the people of Arcadia sent her to rescue them. Alice then tells them the truth. Luther hands her a pair of binoculars and tells her to look toward the ocean. When Alice looks through them, she discovers that Arcadia is actually the name of a ship. The signals they have been receiving are coming from that vessel. That means the survivors must somehow fight their way through hundreds of thousands of zombies and reach the ship. Only then will they have a chance to survive. Alice also explains everything to Claire. That night, it is revealed that the survivors have sealed the main entrance of the building. Because of this, the zombies have been unable to get inside. Later, Alice eats dinner with the group. Afterward, Luther takes her down to the basement. There, the survivors are holding a soldier from the Umbrella Corporation captive. The soldier knows about a route that leads from the building all the way to the ship. However, Alice believes he is lying. As a result, they refuse to release him. At the same time, a zombie burrows up from underground and secretly enters the building. Luther has no idea that it has gotten inside. The survivors continue moving around the building without a care. Alice shows Luther all of the weapons she uses to fight zombies. While everyone is busy talking, the zombie makes its way through the underground passages and reaches the bathroom. But their problems are about to get much worse. The leader of the zombies, a giant creature known as Axeman, is already making his way toward the building to kill them all. The zombies continue trying to break through the gate. Meanwhile, Alice enters the bathroom and is about to take off her clothes for a shower when she suddenly hears a strange sound. She immediately pulls out her gun. Holding her weapon ready, Alice slowly moves forward. But instead of a zombie, she finds an old man hiding there. The man quickly apologizes to her. Then, without warning, the same zombie appears behind Alice. She turns around and shoots it dead. A moment later, another zombie attacks the old man and drags him underground through a tunnel. Everyone rushes over and looks into the passage beneath them. They can clearly see zombies moving around below. Now everyone realizes the truth. The building is no longer safe. They need to come up with an escape plan as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, Alice's aircraft only has room for 2 people. Hearing this leaves the group discouraged. With no other options available, they finally release the captured soldier who claims to know a way out. After being freed, the soldier leads them to a large metal gate. Behind it is a tank. The group's plan is simple. They will use the tank to crush their way through the zombies and escape. But when they reach the gate, they discover that the lock is sealed shut. The soldier says he can cut it open with a gas cutter. Just then, the zombie leader arrives. Using his massive axe, he starts trying to break through their gate. Claire is terrified when she sees him. At the same time, Alice and the soldier head down to the basement to collect weapons. However, the basement is now completely flooded. The soldier warns everyone that zombies could be hiding in the water. Soon, another woman joins them. She wants to help retrieve the weapons from the basement. Outside, the zombie leader is getting closer to breaking through the metal gate. Luther shoots him directly in the head, but it has no effect at all. Meanwhile, the others continue trying to cut through the locked gate with the gas cutter. Alice jumps into the water. The group swims deeper into the flooded basement, where zombies are already roaming beneath the surface. Fortunately, they manage to reach the lower level safely. Alice pulls out her sword. The soldier lights a red flare and throws it deeper into the basement. Suddenly, a zombie bursts out of the water and drags the woman away. Another zombie emerges from the water. Alice instantly drives her sword straight into its mouth. Moments later, dozens of zombies rise from the water and attack them. The group rushes into the basement storage area and slams the door shut behind them. When they light the red flare inside, they discover a huge collection of powerful weapons stored there. Outside the building, the survivors finally manage to open the metal gate. Behind it, they find the tank. But after taking a closer look, they realize the tank's engine has been removed. Their entire escape escape plan falls apart. When a greedy man learns about this, he immediately shoots the soldier. He and his partner decide to escape using the aircraft instead. Now the situation becomes even worse. The zombie leader smashes through the massive metal gate with his giant axe. At the same time, Alice and the soldier emerge from the basement carrying weapons. The greedy man manages to start the aircraft. When the others try to stop him, he opens fire on them. As the aircraft takes off, it briefly drops lower and crashes into several zombies, killing them. But the greedy man successfully escapes from the building in the aircraft. Alice, Luther, and the remaining survivors somehow avoid the zombies and make it back to the bathroom. The group is now planning to escape through the tunnel that leads all the way to the ocean. The soldier and Luther enter the tunnel first. Now only Alice, Claire, and a young boy remain inside the building. Suddenly, the zombie leader appears and strikes the boy with his giant axe, killing him instantly. Alice spins through the air and lands a powerful kick to the creature's head, but the zombie leader is incredibly strong. The attack has no effect on him. He immediately swings his axe at Alice. She barely manages to dodge the deadly strike. Unfortunately, luck cannot save her every time. The zombie leader eventually lands a crushing blow with his axe and knocks Alice unconscious. He is about to kill her. Then Claire shoots him from behind, but even that does nothing. The zombie leader turns his attention toward Claire and begins attacking her instead. Claire somehow manages to avoid the swings of his massive axe. Now the creature becomes even angrier. He charges after her. Once again, Claire successfully tricks him and avoids his attack. This time, she is ready to fight back. The zombie leader rushes toward her. At that moment, Claire notices Alice's large shotgun lying on the ground. Both Claire and the zombie leader run straight toward each other. At the last second, Claire slides across the floor, grabs the shotgun, and fires. The weapon is incredibly powerful. The zombie leader drops to his knees and collapses. Claire believes he is finally dead, but suddenly the monster gets back up and hurls his giant axe at her. Just in time, Alice wakes up and saves Claire from the incoming attack. Alice pulls out her second shotgun and fires. The blast blows the zombie leader's head apart. The creature collapses to the ground and dies. Alice and Claire continue through the tunnel, where they find Luther waiting for them. Together, they reach the drainage channel that leads to the ocean. Just as Luther is about to leave the tunnel, a zombie suddenly appears behind him. The creature grabs Luther and drags him away. At the same time, the tunnel route becomes blocked. With no way to save him, the others sadly continue toward the ocean. When they reach the shore, they find a boat. Using it, they head toward the ship. A thick fog covers the ocean in every direction. Eventually, they reach the massive vessel. The ship is enormous. They secure their boat and climb aboard using a ladder. Once on deck, they discover Alice's aircraft. That means the greedy man who stole Alice's plane and escaped from the building also made it to this ship. But strangely, nobody is anywhere to be seen. The thick fog blankets the entire vessel. Alice and her companions have no idea what kind of danger awaits them. In reality, the ship is no longer safe. When they check a laptop on board, they discover that 2,000 people are supposedly still alive on the ship. The 3 survivors begin searching for them. Soon, they find a door marked with the symbol of the Umbrella Corporation. Alice immediately realizes what is happening. This ship is a trap. The Umbrella Corporation set it up specifically to capture Alice. The door slowly opens on its own. As the 3 of them enter the room, the door suddenly slams shut behind them. Then the lights automatically turn on. It feels as if someone has been waiting for them the entire time. Moments later, several large containers begin rising from beneath the floor. Inside, one of them is one of Alice's allies. They pull her out, but she has lost her memory as well. It soon becomes clear that the Umbrella Corporation is responsible for everything. The truth is that the Umbrella Corporation has been conducting experiments on all of the people aboard the ship. Alice soon discovers a large amount of blood inside one area. That means they are not alone in the room. Suddenly, another door opens in front of her. Inside are several fighter aircraft. Then the door automatically closes behind her. Alice continues deeper into the ship and comes face to face with the captain of the Umbrella Corporation. The captain somehow survived the aircraft explosion. A moment later, 2 zombie dogs emerge from behind him. Alice immediately pulls out her shotgun to kill them, but the zombie dogs obey the captain's commands. Then the same greedy man appears behind Alice. Forced into a difficult situation, Alice drops both of her shotguns. She soon realizes that the captain has become infected with the zombie virus. That is why he wants to consume her. There is something special in Alice's DNA that could restore him. Alice kicks a nearby tray, sending knives flying toward the captain. However, he avoids them. She also knocks the greedy man away. Just as Alice reaches for one of her shotguns, one of the zombie dogs steps in front of her. Soon, both dogs surround her. Then Claire and the soldier arrive behind the captain. The captain's eyes begin glowing. It becomes clear that he is no longer human. In the blink of an eye, eye, he attacks Claire and the soldier. The soldier tries to fight back, but the captain is far too powerful. He grabs Claire. Claire stabs a knife into his leg. Even that has no effect. She then shoots him with a gun, but he avoids the attack as well. The captain traps both Claire and the soldier inside containment chambers. Meanwhile, one of the zombie dogs attacks Alice. She manages to avoid it. When the dog attacks again, Alice fires her shotgun and kills it. As Claire and the soldier are lowered inside the chambers, shattered glass begins raining down around Alice from the shotgun blast. Then the second zombie dog attacks. Alice kicks a sharp piece of glass. The shard flies through the air and strikes the dog, killing it. The greedy man suddenly attacks Alice from behind and injures her. The captain moves in, ready to devour her. At the last second, Alice pulls a knife from her own body and drives it into the captain's head. Even that fails to stop him. Then Alice's ally arrives and picks up a shotgun. She knocks the greedy man aside and throws the weapon to Alice. Alice catches it and fires. The blast blows the captain's head apart. He collapses to the floor. Using a control device, Alice releases Claire and the soldier from their chambers. But moments later, the captain begins getting back up. Claire and the soldier immediately unload their weapons into him again and again, making sure he stays down. Afterward, they free all of the people being held aboard the ship. However, the captain manages to escape in one of the aircraft. The truth is that he is still alive. Alice orders everyone to evacuate the ship. Meanwhile, the captain activates the same mini-nuclear bomb, but then he realizes something terrible. The bomb is still inside his own aircraft. A moment later, it explodes high in the sky. Seeing this, Alice, Claire, and the others are overjoyed. It is also revealed that Luther survived. All of the prisoners aboard the ship are finally free, but their troubles are far from over. As the story ends, fighter aircraft from the Umbrella Corporation arrive to attack them, and with that suspenseful cliffhanger, the story comes to an end.